time for another video with myself and Becky going to pubs. And today, very exciting, because we're going to do a tour of the UK's most violent pubs.
What? Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't brought my knuckle dusters. I thought we were doing the nicest pubs.
They were doing the nicest pubs. Let's go find some murder.
Why do I keep doing this to myself, Robbie?
So Becky, the idea of this video is I'm going to take you on a tour of pubs where murder has been a part of their history.
Like, no one else would agree to this.
I didn't really tell you what we were doing, did I?
You told me we were going for a pint.
Yeah. So we're going to basically find loads of pubby, murdery things, and I'll educate you on the history of them. So really, it's an educational piece.
Oh, lovely. Are we going to kill someone today?
No.
We could do some murdering, some shanking. I brought my gun.
What?
I brought my gun.
There's a noose hanging from the pub balcony just over there.
I knew that.
Because the ruthless Judge Jeffreys, he was a bit like, he was like an olden day Simon Cowell.
Right.
Like, you know, the mean judge.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you're out, you die instead of, you know, go home to your family.
Yeah, it's rather this, no, it's a no from me and everyone boos. He goes, it's a no from me, you're going to get hung there.
Oh my God.
So he'd send people to death.
Yeah.
And then he'd sit on this balcony here
Yeah.
and watch. So he'd just chill out. He'd watch. He'd just sit with a pint
I mean,
and watch people get executed.
it's like, you know, a car crash when you can't look away. I kind of want to see it, but I wouldn't.
Do you
Obviously,
though?
I wouldn't want to see that, but I'd also want to see it because I'm a psychopath from Swansea.
If you've been sentenced by this guy, then you see him just sitting there watching, sipping a pint, that's got to be bad for morale.
Oh, you'd be fuming. He'd be cancelled these days, wouldn't he?
I don't think it'd be very nice getting executed. Like, obviously, you'd be sad because you die, but the whole
Yeah.
thing would be a bit stressful, wouldn't
But
it?
apparently, you stay alive for like 5 seconds.
How do you
Imagine
know?
those 5 seconds. I've seen it. Oh yeah, how do you know? How do you know?
Most famous death here?
Yeah.
Captain Kidd, the pirate, got hanged over there.
Did he?
Yeah.
Do you think that's the actual rope?
No.
No.
Do you?
No.
No now.
I do.
Do you know who used to drink here? The artist Whistler and Turner,
Yeah.
but also Charles Dickens and Samuel Pepys.
What?
My son
Oh,
Arlo
yeah.
loves.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where have I heard of him? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Arlo.
Samuel Pepys is a regular here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We'll have to tell him. Give him a text. Why don't we kill people anymore? Like.
What? Execute?
Yeah. They do some places.
They do in some places.
Yeah.
I think it's generally considered to be a bit barbaric.
Yeah, I agree, to be fair. But when did it stop?
What?
We all got too nice, haven't we?
60s, I think.
60s?
Yeah.
That seems like...
Okay, here's a fact for you
tell
about
me.
murder.
Yeah, murder.
Right, guillotine in France in the olden days. Yeah.
The slice set, yeah.
When do you think the last guillotine happened?
1500s. Like, to me, that's when that was a thing.
It's the year Star Wars came out.
Oh my God.
They were still guillotining people in France.
Oh, so imagine being the last one.
Yeah.
You'd be fuming.
Yeah.
Oh, like, where's
You'd
the
lose your
cut-off
head.
point? Yeah. Lose me head if you weren't screwed on. Hey. Oh.
Ugh.
Oh. Honestly, good pub. I like this pub.
It's a good pub. I'm going to take us now to another pub that's frequented by one of our country's most famous serial killers.
Oh my God, this is actually really cool. Thanks, Robbie.
You may have noticed that I have a beautiful mane of luscious, glorious hair, but not everyone is so lucky. If you're a man worried about your hair, then Manual's complete hair loss plan can help. It's easy. You just go to Manual's website and fill in an online questionnaire about your medical history. This information then goes to a specialist clinician who will issue you with an online prescription. Your specialist treatment will be delivered for free the very next day with full instructions on how to use it. You can chat with a medical expert whenever you need, on the phone or via email. But the best thing, Robbie's got you a discount code. Yes, if you click the link in the description and use the code NOX55YT, you're going to get yourself a whopping 55% off your first order of hair loss treatments. Unreal scenes. So click that link now and get your confidence back. Right, Becky, time for our next murder pub. And the murder pub behind us is the 10 Bells here in London Spitalfields. This is where a well-known serial killer used to come for a murder.
Who? Stevie White.
Jack the Ripper.
Oh no, he never did.
Yeah, he ripped around here.
He was ripping. He was ripping.
Imagine
So, like that.
in September 1888, Annie Chapman was beckoned out of this pub by a stranger and slaughtered within hours.
It happens to the best of us.
That's it.
No.
Then 2 months later, Mary Kelly left the same pub and her body was discovered in a nearby alleyway the next morning.
You can't trust
So we'll
anyone.
go for a drink out here
Yeah.
and hopefully not get murdered. Today, Spitalfields is a trendy and safe London neighbourhood for visiting a pub, and 10 Bells is popular with locals and welcoming to curious visitors.
We are curious visitors. What do you reckon Jack the Ripper drunk? I think he was on the...
I don't think Jack the Ripper was going into this pub. Jack the Ripper was beckoning people out, going, "Oh, come here," and then they were getting murdered.
Should we try it?
So either way, we're going to go in, we're going to get ourselves a drink, and we're going to try not to get murdered.
Or beckon anyone.
Right, Becky, we survived the pub. There was a sign about bags getting stolen, but that was it. There was
it.
no murder.
I'm offended that I didn't get enticed out the pub to get murdered.
Maybe you're just too distracted by your pint.
Maybe I was, but also, what does that say about me?
I think what we do now, Becky,
Yes.
I think I want to give you another history lesson.
Yeah, as you should.
We're going to head towards Marble Arch. I'm going to tell you about the origin of some words, because it's not that hard to do, Knox study. Right, Becky, more murder news here. And this, you'll notice, we're not in a pub. This is a slightly different pub-related murder fact.
Oh, go on.
Here at Marble Arch, which is behind us but covered in stuff, was the home of the Tyburn Tree. Do you know what that was?
What's the Tyburn Tree?
The Tyburn
Tell
Tree
Mommy.
was a brand new execution hanging thing that could execute multiple people at once. How many people do you reckon got executed at the
once?
Tyburn Tree?
Could you choose who you were being executed with?
I don't know if that was an option.
6.
It was 3 at a time.
Ah, that's horrible.
But how many in total do you think died here?
2,000.
50,000.
50,000? What, died here?
Got executed here.
And there's us having a laugh outside. That's so disrespectful.
It was a long time ago, so it's fine. So several felons will be hanged at once, but this is the reason we're here. The events at Tyburn gave rise to the popular phrase, "one for the road." Do you know what that means?
Yes, I say that all the time.
One for the road is the practice of allowing a condemned man to have one last drink at an alehouse on the way.
Before he dies?
Yeah, so you come out of the prison, you're going to get executed, you go, "Do you want to stop for a pint, mate?" You're like, "Yeah, I wouldn't mind, actually."
Oh my God.
I imagine the conversation's awful then.
But to be fair, now the hangover's so bad because I'm 25, I feel like one for a road is before you die.
You go to the alehouse on the way and have one last one for the road before you get killed.
Yeah.
But also, one of the guards would have to stay and look after the cart while the other prisoners went in. The other guards went in with the prisoner, and he wasn't allowed to drink, which is where the phrase "on the wagon" comes from.
I've never get on the wagon.
It means like not drinking, I'm on the wagon.
Oh, I'm driving.
Yeah, sort of.
That's what it sounds like now, but obviously it wasn't that then.
No, you were driving a wagon.
Well, blimey, I cannot believe it.
So basically, there's not one pub for us to go to, but let's find a pub near here and imagine we're going for our final drink
Yes!
before we get executed here
Oh, I hope I am.
in Zone 1. Right, last pub now.
Yeah, where are we?
The
Can you
end,
tell them
and
where we
are
are?
at the country's most murdery pub. This is the Ostrich Inn in Colnbrook, very close to Heathrow, as you'll probably hear in a few seconds.
Yeah.
But this pub was seen to the biggest pub murdering ever. There's a hotel bit there, it's got rooms in it. There's a guy called Jarman who owned the pub,
Yeah.
and him and his wife, whenever someone wealthy came to stay, they had a little code. His wife would go, "You will fancy a fat pig?" Or he'd say, and she'd go, "Put him in the sty." And what it was in the bed, they had a little thing, and the guy would be sleeping in the bed, like, "Oh, this is a nice hotel." And the bed would drop down, and they would fall into a boiling hot vat of water.
And here?
Here. They had like a death vat.
Can you still stay here?
Yeah, probably.
Wait, what?
So yeah, and then they'd be in there, and they did
What?
this to 60 people before they got caught.
Yeah, right. We've just spent an hour and a half travelling to this place to find out that that's why we're here.
It did take a long time. I have
That's
to say that.
upsetting.
It is quite
That's
upsetting.
mental.
Yeah, 60 people, 60 murders here, making it the most murdery pub in the United Kingdom. Eventually got caught because there was a well-known clothier, I think someone who makes clothes properly, from Reading called Thomas Cole. He came along. They killed him because that's their vibe. And Cole's horse was just running around the streets. Going, I'm a horse. And then they went, oh, hang on, where's Cole gone? Because his horse is here going crazy. And then they found the body in a lake nearby and the scheme was rumbled. They confessed to the murder. They admitted it.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
They were hung in Marble Arch.
Yeah.
Were they?
Well, I don't know about Arch. They got hanged. That's happened in the old days. You do anything. You kill 60 people, you get hanged. Madness. Political correctness gone mad. Anyway, Becky, let's go have a drink in there and enjoy the final murder pub of the evening.
Do you think they're still working there?
No,
Do you think they're descendants of?
they got hanged, I told you.
Yeah, but what if they had children?
Well, Becky, we went in that pub. We didn't get put in a vat of hot water, but we had a very nice time.
Fuming.
Have you enjoyed our tour of murder pubs of London area?
Genuinely hated every single second of it.
Yeah, it's been quite bleak, isn't it?
It's been so bleak, but
a lot of travelling.
fun at the same time.
Not really.
But no, not at all. I'm just trying to make it seem like it's a nice ending.
Bye.
This is... Please, never let me film with this man again. Bye. And also, don't... I'm trying to think of a good ending. What's that one murderer that we found? Jack the Ripper? If a man tells you to leave a pub, don't go with him. He's going to put you in an alleyway. Love you.